Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Electronic Cafe, where Mark and I have had the fantastic fortune to talk to the amazing Aircooled. So we managed to get Ollie, Catherine and Justin from the band to chat about the new album. My God, it's full of stars, this amazing piece of work here. Mate, what lovely people. What a great chat.
Yeah, I mean, we were fortunate enough to meet the guys a number of times. They're headlining Electronic Cafe 5 later in the year in London, 26th of September, which we're really pleased about. And obviously their output of albums over the last 3 or 4 years has been amazing. A real mixing pot of electronic, dance, funk, psychedelic, Kraut-rock. It's just, you know, they're just one of those great bands. And, you know, watch this interview. The chemistry between them is off the charts. It's amazing. And people should check them out. Great band.
And as you said, bro, everyone, this is happening September 26th, 229. Get your tickets on Dice. We'd love to see you there. And we'd love you to see Aircooled because they are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Exactly. So everybody, dive in and watch our chat with Aircooled on the Electronic Cafe.
Do I still look blurred, Mark, or is it your glasses?
It's probably my eyes.
Do I look in HD to you, Ollie? Or
I think you are slightly soft focus. Yes.
And there's a reason for that. You've seen me up close. No, that's bizarre.
Don't worry. It's probably for the good.
No, look, we look sharp here.
Oh, I can't see. You guys look razor sharp.
Try them ones. No, not working. Let's try ones.
Hey everyone, we are dead excited to welcome back a good friend of the EC, Ollie, and he's brought some friends along. So Catherine and Justin, all part of the fabulous band Aircooled, and we're here to talk about their amazing new album. Guys, thanks for dropping into Electronic Cafe this morning. Really good to see you all. And congrats on this beauty. My God, it's full of stars. Who came up with that great title?
I think it was Arthur C. Clarke.
Where is he?
It's a line from, I guess it's in the film, but it's a line that I read the book of 2001, and it's the bit where he's been through the Stargate and he sees inside the monolith in space or something, and I think he just says, "My God, it's full of stars," and it's a line from one of the tunes on the record.
Kepler,
yeah, that's right. And which is sort of about the space telescope, and you know so it's a spacey thing, and couldn't think of a better title.
It works.
You know, some people know what it is and really like the reference. And other people don't know what it is and just think it sounds cool. So we're
even if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, right. When we were recording that track, the A1 Atlas was the A1 telescope which was following the asteroid that was getting closer to Earth.
Yeah,
which is the one that was passing through Earth. We all started getting really homing in and watching NASA, following NASA on Instagram and everything. You know, it was going to be like, I mean, it was the size of, you know, Sussex, this asteroid flying by at zillions of miles an hour, and it just seemed kind of fitting all the time.
Yeah.
When we were recording that track, we all went a bit spacey. We all went a bit Bowie and spacey.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, that was the Bowie moment, just in
Woke up this morning, your smile was like
So, guys, the new album, it seems a little bit more funky and psychedelic than your previous two albums. Is that a fair assessment? I mean, you normally have a mixing pot of sounds in your albums, but it just seems a little bit more funky.
It wasn't a conscious approach. I think we've always had this idea that we should just be able to do whatever we really want to do. There's no label involved or anything like that. So whatever tunes, we tend to have a pot of tunes which all go in, and we go, right, let's start recording. And we tend to look at them and pick two or three of them out of that pot and think, actually, we could probably do something with that if someone's throwing a demo in there. And it just so happens this time around, probably there was a lot more song-based as we've kind of best from the sort of initial kind of krautrock. Because if you go back to the first album, we recorded a lot of that through lockdown, through Ollie's kind of ideas of you probably said this in a previous when you did an interview before.
My studio is at the other end of the street that we're on now. I mean, it's like half a mile down the road. And I was sending Justin things, thinking he'd record me some drums that I would turn into loops. But the tracks were stupidly long. And he was like, nah, I'm going to play half-hour tracks.
Well, lockdown was so long that you thought, well, I've got as long as I like, so I'll just keep drumming. You know, who needs to loop when you can just keep going for a few months? So that's what I tried to do. I thought, you know, people was kind of, you know, within their hour going out and trying to do some exercise within an hour. I thought, well, I'll just do 10 hours of drumming, and then that will
but
maybe it'll keep me going.
I think that record was it had a particular brief. I was trying to make a Kraut-rocky record, and then when we was like, oh, we've got a record here, and then well, let's play it. And we kind of thought we'd only do it once or twice or something. It was just fun.
So he meant to be once, and they're still dragging me around, like you know.
I'll get rid of you.
I agreed to it for once only.
It's one show.
It's a
disgrace.
Riz was about to leave town. She was going to move to Sheffield, I think, and she came and did the one track. Not been able to get rid of her since. And but the thing that's important here is that when it started, this was me trying to make a very specific record. But the moment it became a gang, that's over. So it is just whatever we bring to the table.
Good gang.
Yeah, it's a gang, and and that's the whole point of it. There is no point beyond that. It's got to be fun. It's got to be us having a good time, and I think we always do, with the exception of last week's rehearsal.
Yeah, that was. There's never any. We never have a bad rehearsal. We never have a bad gig. So yeah, but there was this rehearsal last week that was a bit of a.
It's time to throw the towel in.
Shocker.
This is it. Well, this is it now. Sod it. We've done 3 records. This is it. This rehearsal is.
Yeah. But then we went out and played one of the most fun gigs we've ever.
Yeah.
Was that last week? Yeah. That was before Brighton, and Brighton was a fucking banger. Am I swear? Am I allowed to swear?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
BBC.
It's not like
Going up here.
the ITV.
Catherine, I'll aim this at you, and you kind of answered it earlier, but with you guys having so many other projects going on, does that add any pressure to getting these albums done and completed?
In terms of me, no, because I don't have any other projects going on at the moment. So
it's all right for you.
You've got hats. The hats.
Yeah, I'm not playing in any other bands. Whereas there was a point where I was in, I think at one point I was in 4 bands, so that got a bit tricky with certain people.
Hold on, drummers are only allowed to be in 4 bands.
I'm gonna say
that's
for me it's quite straightforward because this is the only music I'm doing at the moment, so it's quite easy to.
You're doing the Uncle Carl thing.
I am doing the Uncle Carl thing.
You do so much. She
doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, I'm doing
Easy come, easy go.
I don't know.
I think the point is though is the fact that at our age, you know, if we're still making music, there's going to be so many influences in coming from all directions, and I think that comes out in tune by tune. There's no rules, so we'll all throw stuff in the hat, and it could have a Kraut-rock influence, it could have a psych influence. You know, I think subconsciously we all listen to still a lot of music, and subconsciously that's going to come out on any one day, really. So this album being the funkiest of them, I think it kind of we were doing a lot of kind of going back to sort of Bowie-esque kind of sound and stuff. Ollie got a new effects thing, and I think some of that kind of the scary monsters sound started coming through in his playing, and I really wanted Ollie to shine in sense of the guitar come through a lot more on this record, rather than it be. I mean, it's always bass and drums driven, but I thought the guitar should take some sort of preference.
I remember we were talking about as a reference for a drum sound, we were talking about the Bowie's Let's Dance album.
Yeah.
So that's where we were going with the drum sound initially, and then and so when I thought I kind of got that sound early on, just for a laugh, I put a kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan guitar solo, R&B guitar solo in it, and left it on the demo with the intention of removing it because it was a bit rockist, you know, and he insisted that it stays. So
yeah, so I'm all over that stuff. I love all that. I love all that kind of quirky, angular, and not particularly. It just being there. This wall of stuff going on. It doesn't. I mean, I've always played in guitar bands pretty much, apart from James Atkin, Asbo Kid, but always kind of. So in terms of guitars, I like a wall of guitars. I don't always listen to guitar stuff necessarily at home, but when I'm in a band, I like to feel the So when Ollie was doing that kind of the sort of the flip, the kind of sort of that sort of,
and I think there's more of that to come.
I'm all over it. I'm happy for it. There's no rules in our writing.
No.
I mean, a lot of bands say that, but there generally is no rules because we have our own setups, and if there's an idea, we'll go away, we'll demo the demo idea, someone throw it into the hat, and if it sticks, it sticks, and it doesn't really have to follow a genre or anything to
there's nothing left
to the Aircooled sound because we're just ourselves, you know.
Nothing left to prove.
Yes, there was somebody here. Look at this. Do you see it? I see it. I just see something, but I can't see what. I can see what it is. I can see what it is. I can see what it is.
That kind of feeds into my next question. I mean, I know the first album was written in lockdown and it came from, it came from that mindset. But what is the typical Aircooled process? Do you all write, or do you all bring something to the rehearsal room and you all jam it and then that works, that doesn't work? I mean, what is the typical process, or isn't there one really?
Not sure there is any more. I mean, the first one was like my stuff that Justin and then other people played on. The second one was a bit like that, but less so. And this last one is much more diverse. And I think already the next one is even more democratic. The tune that everybody's excited about at the moment was Justin just fiddling with machines, making kind of weird loops and stuff, and it's turned into a banger, that tune, isn't it?
It's been a surprise. It's from my idea of it. I can play a few chords, but I'm not a great guitar player. So my idea of creating a guitar riff was to do it using synths, and now that's become quite guitar heavy with the backing of the synth. But it's really started to come to light, you know.
Keener down your way, aren't they? And they use keyboards that are made to sound like guitars in a lot of their songs. So, I mean, I'm a keyboard player. I mean, I know what you mean. I'm very limited on the guitar, but if you manipulate the keyboard to make that rough and guitar-y sound, you can use it really well.
I think, I really like Richard Barbieri, because I think he uses synths that, in a way that aren't obviously like synths. They sound much more organic and sometimes more guitar-y, or it'll be like a marimba or whatever, you know. I like that. I like everything.
You do. I mean this is a compliment. You're like a real cottage industry, I think, in the way the whole process is in-house, from the recording to the artwork, you know, to the record label. I think you're like the modern day Factory Records. Would you? That's a fair assessment.
We've probably got about the same amount of budget as they have as well, or did have. And obviously that dwindled away. Yeah, I mean, we're really lucky, to be honest with you. I think, you know, I mean, that's just being honest. I think when you and I moved to St Leonards, obviously Catherine and Ollie were still here, and there was more artist space and more space to rent. But there's nothing now, really. And we got in, you know, about, how long have we been here? About 8 years, 7-8 years. But this place, like I said earlier, Ollie had been to parties, and there was a video of a previous what shall I call it, band or project
sort of video.
And I was like, do you know any places like that? You know, and he said, well, I do. I noticed some of the people who are up there. There was another guy making electronic stuff, and had a word, and just so happens this room was available, but it was like it cracked then. You know, the floor was sticky and it was old. So you can have it really cheap, but you've got to clear it out. That was the kind of idea. So we were in here for a while. But to be honest, the fact that we feel very lucky that we do have a space like this to record, to rehearse, for you to do the art, and also the other artist, Shubi, has helped us on certain stuff. We've got screen beds. So everyone's kind of helping each other out on other projects, not just the music, you know. There's a kiln here as well for ceramic stuff. So, and we wanted to have a band which was able to work in the way like when you first start a band, you know, like you rehearse Monday nights. Monday nights, not swimming club, it's band club, right? And if you can't make it, we'll work without you. And that's kind of how it works. So every Monday night, pretty much, we'll be here.
Yeah.
And then if it's a gig, we'll try and stick in another day, or when it comes down to recording, winter time or whatever, which we'll find other times to do it. But
we're just well set up. All of us have been around a long time.
Yeah.
Catherine's from here, knows everybody.
Everyone.
All the bass and drums get recorded in this room. Riz records bits and pieces like her vocals mostly at her place round the corner, and I record everything else down at mine, and it all gets put together somehow.
I mixed at yours as well, which is.
And I think that it was Muse show, but when we played, what would we play? 3 or 4 songs at Muse show a couple of weeks ago. That was a real example of all that coming together, like the artwork, it was a real happening. It was great. It was
really
great.
Was
it felt like New York or something.
Yeah.
I mean, what really shines through is that, I mean, you're obviously great friends and there's a great energy there. And you've got a massive melting pot of like influences that you bring to the party. I mean, wasn't this supposed to be the difficult third album? I mean, it just seems. It just seems.
Well, you know what? I thought that. Sorry to interrupt, but I did think that. I never said it out loud, but I always thought that the difficult third album was supposed to be. Was it a difficult second album?
Well, yes,
maybe we got over the hill.
Yeah, but in your case, it's a difficult third because, as you pointed out the other day, this is the first band you've ever been in that's made more than 2 albums.
That's true. That is true.
Someone came up to me at a funeral a couple of weeks ago, a complete stranger at a funeral. You know, when you leave the chapel and everyone's kind of standing around, and this guy just came up and said, "Great record." So I can relax now.
That's a good icebreaker, that's it.
Yeah.
Funeral icebreaker.
Yeah,
Absolutely, love that. And guys, I talked to Ollie about it, so I think when I came down and saw you, mate, a while ago, I love that cover of Number One Song in Heaven.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. We've never done that live. We should work that out.
No, I see a lot of people like that. That's what you do too. I don't.
So on that, Justin,
you know what I mean? That's like, we kind of, you love it because being a massive Sparks fan.
Yeah.
When it was a cover we were doing for, was it Record Day? Yeah. And he said, I'm just going to put my foot down and we're going to do this, right?
You know, really?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, you know what? I hate playing covers, to be honest with you. So I was in Elastica for fuck's sake, and we did Moody for about 2 years. So I love ESG, but I hate playing Moody. So when Ollie said I'm going to do, I want to do Number One in Heaven, I was like, we'll just do it, and we just bashed it out in a few hours.
Yeah, it was
very great.
But the idea of playing it live just doesn't. Maybe we'll do it for you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's in the post. So I'm guessing based on that, mate, there's no more covers in the pipeline.
Years ago, our band, we thought we would do This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us.
Yeah,
Sparks, which sounded like an easy song to do. It's kind of like when you break it down, fuck me, is it?
No, absolutely.
Is that a difficult song?
Yeah.
Can you do it as karaoke? Is it still doable?
I think it kind of like didn't leave the rehearsal room in the end.
No, just as well.
Mew does. I mean, what is your favourite karaoke one? Mew does Rewind, the Crowd City Ball Selector. Right, which is really difficult when he goes. Is that Craig David? Isn't it? Rewind. It's really hard. So it might sound easy, but when you start digging in deep, it's not so.
I remember a karaoke song. You've got to do like "Suspicious Minds" by Elvis Presley or something.
Yeah,
you're in and out. Yeah, you're easy.
I got you, babe.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not about to talk about karaoke.
No, we're not going
to. We could do a karaoke album.
Let's do that.
That'd be a surprise, wouldn't it? All our favourite karaoke covers. Weirdly, there'll be a different drummer on it, though.
I read that the song Star Rider off of your previous album had a significant had a story attached to it or turning point. What was the story behind that?
No, I can't recall. We just
apart from the cycling connection, but I don't think there's a.
No, I don't. Where did you read this? Do you know what? Can you remember what it was?
No, I read it online that on your previous album that Star Rider had a significant turning point on that album.
It was
stumped us there.
Yeah. No, I've no idea. I don't know if something that got said in an interview, some witty bon mot that's been lost.
Okay, well, don't read.
Sorry.
I mean, I can only think in
Don't-
terms of it being when recording the second album, that was probably the point where it progressed into being a bit more song based.
Yeah, maybe.
When we started to record that, I remember recording the drums here one night, doing the demo idea, and then I just called you up and said, I've recorded some drums, I think that's it, I think I've got it. And it was just like a 2-take idea, and it just kind of took a new direction, I think, for the band.
Yeah,
And I think that might be where it kind of, we started to think, actually, we don't have to just do sort of instrumentals.
Yeah.
As such, I know it's most based instrumental based, but we can start to think about more arrangements and structures a bit more.
Because I remember I'd arranged to come and meet you, and I was outside smoking roll-up, crying because I'd had an argument with my ex. And then Justin pulled up. He was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yes." He was like, "Should we go and record a song?" I was like, "Okay." And came down here, and I was so sad. And but
Pulled you out of that.
you
The
did,
hole.
and that's
Pulled out a hole, and that's
there's where that
Very
bass
music.
line came from.
but that's there's definitely a big turning point.
Yeah, big
Okay.
turning
Once she
point.
ditched the erects for good, and so that's a turning point in life anyway.
Yeah, that was a good time.
And the right turning point.
Yeah.
But we won't go into this interview. I think we did just because it's not just the groove based. I think we did start to think about arrangement.
Everything's
And-
more.
Yeah.
That's probably
Justin, thanks for bailing me out there. That's very diplomatic. That's very diplomatic of
You're a
you
Suede
finding the reason that it was a turning point. I
And it's
appreciate that.
absolutely
Thanks.
one of my favourite songs to play in any band I've ever been in. It's a
Amazing.
joy to play.
Brilliant.
And talking of gigs, I mean, you're playing at the moment. You did Brighton and there's a few other places. How have they been going? Good crowds, good reception, I'm sure. I mean, we've seen a couple of times and you get amazing reception, but
we do. The crowds have been good.
Yeah.
I think. It's been really good. The ones that we've done, actually, not had done so many. I mean, we do have other commitments. Justin's off
I know.
next week with the Mary Chain, and I did a little tour of Ireland with Mickey.
I'll do my garden.
Riz's doing like a musical in London, isn't she?
Yes, and you've got a release coming out as well.
Yeah, we're also putting Music's Not Dead's putting Riz's next album out soon as well.
Amazing. And of course, it'd be foolish of me not to shamelessly plug what we're all doing.
Yes,
together.
exactly.
September, you lovely people.
Looking forward to that immensely.
Oh,
Yeah, people should definitely come to that show.
yeah, I think I should, Justin. I totally
They should definitely come to the show. After reading this, listening to this interview, why wouldn't you want to go to that show?
exactly.
I thought you were saying that you was going to go to that show, and I was going
I'll
to say,
definitely be there.
I was going to say, I hope so.
Yeah, I'll probably be there.
Yeah.
No, we this is volume 5 for us, and obviously when we spoke to Ollie, and bless him, he was trying to make sure everyone was clear. We were so delighted when you said yes. So we're super excited to have you guys playing at our gig at the 229 in September, supported by the fabulous Plastic Estate. I don't know if you guys have heard them, but they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, the links that you sent, really good. It's gonna be good night.
Great night. And having you guys headline for us is an honour for us. And for all those electronic cafe fans out there, get your tickets and we'll see you at the gig, but it's going to be amazing. So, yeah, delighted you guys are headlining that. Super chuffed with this as well. Guys, it's the bollocks in the nicest way. I'm going to swear because Catherine did, so I'm going to get a swear word in. But I think it's but everything you guys do, we love it.
Thank you.
Big fans, and Yeah, it's great to talk to Ollie as much as we do and meet you guys properly and have you guys on the channel as well. So, our lovely fans and subscribers can, get, for those who don't know you, they can get to discover you as well, because that's what this channel is all about.
Absolutely.
If you guys haven't heard any Aircooled, start listening to them, because you guys are you're great. So
I would say start listening at Star Rider, because that was a turning point.
Yes, that's right. He's right. He's right.
And you know what? And I'll back you up on that. Actually, that is. If you were going to pick one tune,
I think it's a good place.
That's a really good place to start.
It's sort of smack in the middle between the kind of the groove based stuff and the really arranged stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got a. I mean, it goes over really well with crowds. But announcing that you're going to play an 8-minute instrumental, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd goes nuts. I mean, Brighton.
What did when we first listened to it? I said it sounds like the nicest, mellowest pill you ever did. Like when it's just perfect. Like, just that.
Dedicated to the nicest, mellowest pill.
Yeah.
I love that.
We all remember that one.
It's the rise of the idiots. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm surrounded by idiots. There's a guy riding a tiny bike around a gallery. It's an idiot-led space by idiots for idiots.
But guys, thanks for giving up your time this morning. It's always great fun to speak to you. We love you guys. We love you guys from day one, and obviously all your previous incarnations we was massive fans of. So we're really looking forward to seeing you in London on the 26th of September. And thanks for doing what you're doing. We love it.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you then.
See you in London.
Thanks.
100%. Look forward to it.